What's going on, Colts Nation? So, a shocker of a pick here in this third round for the Indianapolis Colts. Really, it's just kind of leaving Cody and I kind of wondering about this pick a little bit. And I think that's a lot of what Colts Nation is feeling right as we're hearing it. The Indianapolis Colts don't trade back. They stay put at 80, and they are taking cornerback Justin Walley from the University of Minnesota. Cody, I mean, we certainly thought there was a chance that you could take a corner in this area.
Yeah.
We were certainly hoping that Siobhan Revell would have made it to them, but got taken a few picks ahead of them. But they stuck with corner, and, you know, again, we're going to talk about this in another video after. And so we obviously are shocked at, with other positions of need, that the Indianapolis Colts went with this at this moment. But what was your reaction to Justin Walley being here at number 80?
I just don't know a lot about this kid. I just have no real clue outside of the things we've read a little bit. To be honest, again, I know like different picks, you know, different teams have different big boards. You have bigger needs than corner at this point. Yes. I frankly don't understand it. With a guy like Wyatt Millam sitting there, a guy even like Xavier Watts sitting there, you know, those to me are bigger needs. Marcus Bowe sitting there as well. Like, I just look at that and I don't know. I don't understand it, right?
I felt like you could have addressed corner even later.
Right. And it's not like this guy was projected to even go here, you know? Like, people had him as a day 3 pick. So, I don't know. The Colts obviously must have seen something on the tape that made them think this kid's going to be a riser and he's going to be a stud, because I don't really know. I mean, he's got good ball skills. I mean, at Minnesota last year, Derek, it was around a 50 passer rating that he allowed, so that's pretty good. You like that, but I just don't know. I just like with the position and then just with the player, I'm not sure how I feel about this pick, to be honest with you. You know, I like the first two picks. Again, we could look back at this in a couple of years and say they were smarter than all of us. But I'm just not like a huge fan of this one, to be honest with you.
Felt like for a guy that, again, is still on the hot seat, to get a guy that could have made a more immediate impact right away. Now, again, they talk about how Justin Walley has great instincts, and they felt that Lou Anarumo can get the best out of him. So that obviously goes into it. And he's got good speed. He's got good instincts. Definitely things that you need as a corner. The production is certainly not mind-blowing. It's solid as a corner. I mean, he has 155 tackles over a span of 4 years as a corner. Has 7 interceptions. He was a second-team All-Big Ten. So certainly accolades are there. But again, yeah, I think that a lot of people just are surprised by the name, because that is certainly not a name that a lot of us had heard about, because as you said, the majority of people had this guy as a day 3 pick.
Yeah.
Like, you could have probably waited a round or two before taking this guy. Now, again, like you said before, these teams are taking some of these guys way earlier than they probably should be.
Yeah.
Or at least what we think. Because at the time that we're recording this, guys like Xavier Watts, who a lot of people said was an easy second-round draft pick, we're about to end the third round, and he's still there.
Yep.
Wyatt Milum's still there. And the names keep going. I can keep mentioning quite a few of these that could have been taken much earlier. But, I mean, again, it just comes down to how these teams feel about it. Again, we'll see as time goes along. Maybe if a day or two goes by, maybe Cody and I feel different about this pick. But I think this is certainly the first time in this draft where we're sitting here and we're puzzled. Like,
what's the plan?
Probably could have thought of something a little bit different in this circumstance.
But again, they know they've studied these prospects thoroughly, you know, and if I'm like, hey, you hired Lou Anarumo for a reason, you hired these guys, Chris Hewitt, for a reason.
Yep.
They identified this kid, obviously,
Yep.
And so if they identified him and said, we got to get him now, then you know what? You got to, like, if you're Ballard, you got to trust them.
Yeah.
You got to trust them. And again, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to us now based off of our boards, but their board
and how we
obviously looked a lot differently. So look, I'm not going to overreact to this and say this is a horrible pick. I hate this. Fire Ballard, blah, 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 whatever. Like, just because I don't know who this kid is beyond the stats doesn't mean that I can make a sound judgment here. So I'm not going to. Yep. I'm not going to make a sound judgment here. I'm going to say, you know what? Trust your guys. Trust the scouts. Trust the coaches. See, obviously they see something in this kid.
Yeah, if they're willing to take him this early.
I mean, if they're willing to take him up before a lot of people expected it, you know what? Like, we'll just have to see. I'm not going to say I love this pick. I'm not going to say I hate this pick. I'm just going to be in the wait and see here. And if he turns out in a year or two to be an absolute stud, good on them, man. Yep. Good on them. So, yeah, the thing that's good about him, Derek, is, you know, obviously the passer rating. That's definitely an encouraging thing. Even though he's a little bit undersized, which is definitely a deviation from the Ballard type of corner.
Does have big hands and decent arm length.
Yeah, yeah, but he's a guy that can play in and out. He said that that's where the Colts kind of see him.
Yep.
You do, even though I don't know how high it is on the list, I certainly wouldn't address it now. You do have a need at backup nickel. Outside of Kenny Moore, we've seen if Kenny Moore goes down, you really haven't had a good answer. So you bring in a kid that you believe in here that can come in, and obviously he's not going to start right away.
Yeah, probably
not. He'll probably start out as a special teams guy, and he's had experience on special teams. But, you know, potentially, you know, in a couple of years, this could be your starting nickel corner for the future. So, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the wait and see right now with him. I mean, it's not personally, according to the draft boards that we have, according to what, you know, the draft boards that other people have, you know, it's not a guy that I would have taken here. But again, it's totally different. What happened?
No, just checking, make sure we're good there.
Yeah. So, but again, the Colts board and our board, totally different. So, yeah, we'll just have to see on this one, man. But definitely was surprised.
Definitely a head scratcher. The first head scratcher that we've seen. Yeah, even your reaction was like, what? Like, yeah, again, we never expected the name. It was a shock. But like Cody said, I mean, we're going to wait and see what happens with this kid. Certainly hope that it will work out in the future.
Yeah.
Right now, we're just going to sit back and wait, but certainly a head scratcher.
I mean, at the draft, you know what? Like, there's overreactions on both sides. Some people think we got the next Hall of Fame, you know, GOAT player here. Some people say, what the heck was that pick? And either way, it's never quite what people think a lot of times.
And the crazy thing is, too, Cody, is, again, like, I think a lot of these teams, from what we had seen, you and I have seen it, like, we've been watching the third round. We've been watching the second round. And we saw these teams taking these guys. It's not just the Colts taking one guy that was way too early by some people. A lot of these teams are taking these teams that or these players that were projected to be late day 3 guys. But these teams recognize these guys for certain things. So we're going to just have to wait and see what they do. But it's certainly going to be interesting, Cody.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So, yeah, guys, let us know your thoughts on this one. I'm sure everybody's so pumped out about this one. But let us know your thoughts, guys, in the comments down below. But that'll do it for this one. Thanks so much, guys. As always, go Colts.